Hi everybody, welcome to AADL TV if this is your first time here, and if it's not your first time here, welcome back. Today we are going to be making, as you might have guessed, little caterpillars on a little leaf. Look at how cute that face is. I love them. So, for this paper caterpillar craft, you need construction paper, like what I have here. You need pipe cleaners, but that's kind of optional. You don't have to put those on. I'll go into it a little bit later. If you have them, great. Feel free to use them. If not, don't worry about it. There's another way. You'll need some markers. You'll need your scissors and, of course, a glue stick. And I think that's all you need. So maybe we should get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a piece of construction paper. Now, and in your construction paper that you grab, you'll want a couple of different colors. And if you don't have construction paper, that's totally okay, because you can just take a white piece of paper and color on it with markers or crayons or colored pencil or lipstick, I don't know. But I have construction paper, so that's what I'm going to be using today. So the first thing we are going to do is we're going to draw our little leaf for our little guy to be sitting on. So you can draw this as big or as small as your paper allows. I kind of like to do a basic leaf, but if you want to go like crazy and do like a maple leaf or anything like that, go for it. I'd love to see it. But I don't have that much artistic talent, so I'm just going to go with a basic little leaf. And if your leaf is not perfect, that's totally okay. Also, the bumps in my table are making my outline a little bumpy, which I don't love, but I'll deal with it, I guess. Okay, so there's my outline, and then I am just going to draw the little line that goes through a leaf. You could do what I did on this one and put little branches, but I'm not going to do it for this new one. Really, you can be as creative as you want. Okay, so now we're going to cut this out. I'm going to say if you are not super comfortable with scissors, it's totally okay to ask for help. If you're using smaller scissors, like kid scissors or safety scissors, you shouldn't have a problem because we're just using paper right now. But like I said, if you need help with the scissors, please, 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 please ask for it. Because sometimes, even I don't feel comfortable using scissors. So there's no shame in asking for help. We're almost done. And perfect. Are you guys ready for the big reveal? You've already seen it, so I guess it's not that big of a reveal. But there's our leaf. It's looking great already, don't you think? Okay, so we have our leaf. So next up is making all these little round circles for our caterpillar's body. So you can use as many or as little colors, variety of colors as you want. I'm going to stick with 2 colors because I don't have a ton of different construction paper colors because I'm just using what I have at home. So I have yellow and purple and a darker green. I don't want to use green because I don't want it to blend in with my leaf. But if we're being like realistic, green is what caterpillars would want to blend into leaves, but We're going purple and yellow. Don't worry about it. Our caterpillar will be safe. No birds in the house. Or at least not in this house. Okay. So, sorry, that was a tangent. All right, so you are going to make little strips from your construction paper. Essentially a bunch of long and kind of wide rectangles. This is about the size you're looking for, and in comparison to a normal piece of paper. So the way that I did that was I folded in half, and then in half again. Ooh, that was an extremely bad fold. I have already these cut out because this is just from my scrap paper pile. But this will give you, if you fold once and twice, this is about the size that you'll probably need, so you can cut this out. And that will give you, this is a half of wood. So this will give you about this size. So that's what you're going to look for, a couple of these. Because then once you have it about this size, here's two options. You are just going to cut some strips. And you want your strips to be roughly the same size. I have some already cut out from, I have some purple already cut out from when I did this guy. Ooh, excuse me. So I'm just going to reuse some of these purple ones that I already have. I've already cut some yellow. And you'll want to make, I used 5 of each color on this guy. But it can be as long or as short as you want your caterpillar to be. If you want him draping off your leaf, that's an option. So you would cut more. I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to stick with, I think, 5 of each. And I have some more cutting to do. Oh, excuse me. I have a bug in my throat. Not an actual bug. It's okay. And then whatever strips you don't use, put them in your little recycle pile or scrap pile. Because I'm sure you can find another use for construction paper. Most of my stuff is from my scrap pile. So I'm all about reusing that paper. So I have so many strips here. I don't think I'm going to use them all. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So next up is you're going to get your glue stick. And this is probably one of the harder parts of this whole project. Is we're going to be making little loops, little circles from the strips. So this is what you do. First things first. I'm taking a piece of that scrap paper that I always have been talking about and putting it down. And then you are going to take your glue and you're just going to put glue on one edge. So like right there. Okay. And then fold this over. So it makes purple and press down. We're making like a little tube. Okay. And the reason I have you put this paper down here is so glue doesn't get all over your table. Because how messy would that be? It would not be very good for whoever cleans your table, whether it's you or a grown-up or brother or sister or grandma or uncle or something. So we are just going to make a ton of these little tubes, loops, tubes, whatever you want to call it. And it doesn't take very long to get a lot. It's not super time consuming. This craft can be done relatively quickly, or you can take your time with it. Oh, another thing is before, so I've only made about 4 of these. But if you wanted to go a little crazy and decorate your caterpillar, you can do that too. So what I mean by that is if you wanted to add some red stripes to your yellow, you could color some red stripes in there. Or if you wanted to do polka dots, you could. I actually think it's kind of cute. You can make this caterpillar as fancy or as simple as you want. There are no wrong answers, no wrong ways to do this. Great. I think I'm just going to do those 3 because I'm probably going to do 5 loops per color. So I think that's it for mine. So if you do color on your rectangles, make sure you're coloring on the right side and that you don't glue the colored side on the inside. Because that would be so disappointing, and I almost just did it. Can you believe it? Okay. Sometimes it does get confusing on which way you want to glue it, and that's okay. There really aren't any wrong answers here. I've been seeing so many caterpillars outside that when I saw this craft, I knew I had to do it because it reminds me of being outside in the spring with the green leaves. Okay, I need some more purple. And my little scrap piece is getting very gluey, so I'm putting that aside and grabbing my other one. All right. I have just about 2 more to make. And then I think we can get rolling even more. I hope you guys are having good days today. My day has been pretty good so far, if I say so myself. I mean, any day is good if you get to do some arts and crafts. Okay. That's it. I have enough. So, now it is time to glue all these little pieces on this body. This part's also a little bit tricky. Especially, I really shot for the stars on this one. Because I made it so there's, so it looks like he's like, I don't know what it's called, but like, crawling up and down, which is kind of hard, but I'll show you how I did it. I kind of had to map it out. So I know I want a plain one for his face, for where I draw. So I'm going to save a plain one, and then I think purple will be like here. So I use the side that I already glued, and I put my finger in it and just glue more. And then be careful where you place it. Don't get it on your table. And hold it down for a minute. Okay. And then I'm going to take another purple. Right here. And essentially we're just going to do this over and over and over again. Like this. And then another purple. I'll do this one. I keep running on my glue stick. Great. And then maybe just one more. I think I will just do one more purple. Okay. And then my face one, I am going to have it so it's like here. So it's kind of looking up. So you need to be kind of careful and gentle with your paper. And I'm just going to place it. I'm going to make it like this. And then I'm holding both sides, just like that. And then I'm going to wait just a second. Good. And then I think I'm going to do one of my striped ones that are so fun. And I think I'm not going to have him be walking with that yet. I think I'm going to wait for that. I'm going to put, I think, a plain one here. So it's alternating with the stripes as well. And this one, since I am going to have him be like the, I don't know, what do you call that when they're walking like this? Is there a word for it? Who knows? So you're going to put your glue, if you're doing it, you're going to put your glue a little bit different. You're not going to put it right underneath. You're going to put it more on the sides so that happens. See how I did that? Good. And then I'm going to put, I think I'm going to do the same thing with this last one. So mostly his tail end is the one that's moving. I think I had a bigger leaf for my example one because I feel like I'm running out of space a lot more. But that's okay. Also, if you wanted to make your caterpillar look like a literary reference, you can make him like the Very Hungry Caterpillar in those colors, if you had those colors. That could be really fun. And I wish I thought of that before I was halfway through here. But I guess I probably don't have the colors, so that's okay. Actually, I think that's where I'm going to stop with the body. I think that looks pretty good. So, now, oh, I have to fix some glue. I didn't glue far enough up here. And if you have to make some fixes, that's okay. That's quite all right. I'm going to hold this one a little bit. Okay. So the next thing is going to be the eyeballs. So you can draw your little caterpillar's eyes directly on here if you want. What I did with this was I used white paper and drew eyes on that. And I think that's probably what I'm going to do again. Because I like having the white. My hand's kind of shaky. I like having the white. So, fortunately, I'm going to cap that. I have a scrap piece of white paper. I'm going to go ahead and cut just enough to draw my eyes on. And make sure you think about how big you want your little guy's eyeballs to be when you're cutting your paper. I don't want mine too big. I'm thinking probably like that seems like a good size to me, maybe. What do you think? Yeah. So I'm going to do 2 eyeballs, roughly that size. On this paper. I guess I cut a paper that was a little bit bigger than I needed, but that's okay. And I like to give him like little pupils, which is kind of weird because they look kind of human, but Because a caterpillar's eyes definitely don't look like this. But it's cute that way. Oh, no. I always have such a problem getting eyeballs to match. I always have. Whenever I was drawing when I was younger, my eyeballs were always super disproportionate, or one pupil was way, 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 way bigger than the other one. And then you have to make the first one bigger to match the other one, and then you just get all pupil. So be careful. Heed my warning. Okay. And this one is a little tougher to cut out. Also, did I say you can draw your eyeballs right on there? Because that's totally an option too. Then you don't even have to deal with cutting out little things. Though you would still have to deal with the pupil problem. So, and then you can't even, like, just redo it because it's already drawn on here. So, just some things to think about. Alright, I'm going to put some glue on these little pupils and get it all over my fingers in the meantime. Oh no, I glued that on very crooked. That's okay. It was still dry. I fixed it. And we're going to do the same thing with the other one. I have glue all over my fingers. And look. You can see my pupils aren't even. That's okay. All right, and then we're going to draw a little smile or a frown or a smirk or just straight line face. Whatever kind of face you want to put on him. I'm going to put a little smile though, because I think it's cute. And this is another time where you want to be very, very careful because you're kind of holding up your it's a person. Your caterpillar. Oh yeah, that's a cute one. Did I mess it up? No, I didn't. Alright. See? Look! Look at his little face. Okay. So now, you could stop here if you want. You don't have to put the little antenna. Because, do they even have them? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask my friend later, who is very much a bug enthusiast, if caterpillars have those. Maybe it depends on the type of caterpillar. Either way, I'm putting them on. I already gave him, like, person-like eyeballs. I don't think my paper caterpillar is going to be used for scientific research. So, I think I'm going to use black again. So, you're going to want to cut your pipe cleaner. If you're using pipe cleaner, you could also use paper. Like, I'll show you. If you would, you could just cut this, like this size, in half and use your fingers to curl the paper to get a little curl on your thing. You cut that in half and those could be your antenna. But I have pipe cleaner, so that's what I'm going to use. If you don't have, if you're using safety scissors, they might be kind of hard to do with this part. So, like I said earlier, always ask for help if you need it. I'm going to cut my pipe cleaner and fold it in a little V shape and then add my little curl to the edges. Very, very red. Trying to make it match. So like this. You see that? It's probably better if I hold it over here because I'm wearing black. And then now would be a time for Elmer's glue if you have Elmer's glue or like liquid glue, but I don't, so I'm just using my glue stick still. So, which you can too. You're just gonna kind of glob all that glue right on this pipe cleaner at the point of the V. Like that. See how gluey that is now? And I'm just going to place it right here and hold it there for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, however long you think, until it's kind of just nice. It doesn't have to be 100% dry yet, but just so it won't fall off. Okay? Think that's good? I think probably. And there you have it. You have a little caterpillar friend on his little leaf. Look at how cute they are. And then, of course, we have some caterpillar friends who are so cute. And you can make all sorts of them. You can line them up on the same leaf, or you can keep them on different leaves. You can make like fall leaves if you're kind of missing autumn. You can do whatever you want. Make as many as you want. You'll have plenty of leftover little strips of paper. Make a whole little community of them. And if you made this craft with me, I would love to see it. If you guys share it on social media, or if your grown-up shares it on social media, just mention the library's name or tag us in it, because I think they're really cute, and I'd love to see the colors and patterns and stuff that you guys come up with. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you want to always know when more videos like this are coming out, go ahead and subscribe to the library's YouTube channel. And thank you so much for watching. It's so fun to do these little crafts. I always enjoy it, and I hope you did too. Bye, everybody. Have a good day. Bye.